Yes, this is not a political, and I'm hoping you're fine, whatever you are. Now, Faith Odhiambo's, appointment by the president sparked huge debate in Kenya, and people were like, why is the president concerned? Ama mbona rais saizi ameingilia LSK? And of course, we all know that William Ruto is a very smart politician, and I've been saying that in this channel. And now the fact that he's now penetrating LSK casts questions in Kenya. And now, Faith Odhiambo, of course, she accepted the offer, and people saw her as a sellout because LSK main agenda imekuwa ni kukashifu serikali wakifanya maovu. They've been castigating William Ruto all over. But now, seeing their president, who is now Faith Odhiambo, joining State House team, shows that indeed LSK is screwed, and that's how it is. Even let me do a post here for you so that we can actually, dig deep into this issue. The president's unilateral creation of this panel duplicates and in fact undermines constitution organs such as the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, and the Victims Protection Agency. This constitutes an unlawful exercise of execution power and effectively mutilates the constitution. That's Kiragu. Kiragu is actually calling for the resignation of Faith Odhiambo. Because you see, let's be honest here, Ruto just wants to mess with LSK
values.
There is a step that is being skipped. We have not seen any of those perpetrators, those who came in Subarus. None of them has been brought to book. None of them has been, arrested.
Munyeri argues that Odhiambo's involvement compromises the independence of the Law Society of Kenya, an institution expected to remain neutral and hold the state accountable. Other critics argue that joining a presidential task force blurs the line between justice advocacy and political endorsement. But Odhiambo has defended her decision, stating that her involvement ensures transparency and legal accountability, and that the victims' voices will be safeguarded through legal representation within the process.
In this exercise, my service will be solely to the people of Kenya. There is no Kenya that belongs exclusively to politicians or their children. Neither does it belong to broad-based government, nor a country of cousins.
Another letter dated 5th September.
And of course, by doing so, he has to, of course, give job from Kubwao. Remember, even ODM. Let me just go talk about ODM, and so that you can understand what I'm saying here. Even ODM, saizi kuna rangos ndani. Why? Because there's a group ilipokaz Naruto, my minister. There's a group that was left out. Now the group that was given work are really fighting the other group the nyawako kazi. For example, Opiyo and I is fighting Orengo na wengine, and that's what's happening now. So that's called divide and rule. So Ruto amepeleka tactic kwa LSK. Now, even we're seeing the media fraternity walijaribu kutetea Faith Odhiambo, but they say that Kenyans should stop castigating this lady. She's just doing what she does best. And of course, media pia ikapigwa vita na Wakenya. Wakaambiwa kwani nyinyi pia mmeingia broad based. It's like Ruto is winning all over. Ni kama by the time tunafika 2027 elections, it's like Ruto will be having all bodies on his side. For example, media saizi naona iko side yake, and we are seeing not all of them, but I think ODM on his side. You see now, so I don't know how it will be, but it seems that it won't be that easy to defeat this guy because ni kama anatumia pesa. And you see, money is the root of all evil. Yeah, like when you're given money, you can easily forget your cause. And in this story, I am seeing Faith Odhiambo forget her cause. He's forgetting what she's been fighting for all over. And you see, William Ruto, this is not the first time Ruto is actually, appointing Faith Odhiambo. Sometimes back, Ruto pia appoint Faith Odhiambo, but she declined. But I think Ruto's consistent akampasuka kabisa, saizi amempata. Ni kama kutongoza mwanamke, you pursue that lady for some time, later on she gives in, and that's what's happening in this case. And Ruto, the fact that Ruto has been pursuing this lady, it means that Ruto has an agenda kwa hii society. Hakuna agenda ya kuharibu LSK, hakuna agenda ya kuskata this body, so that you see, Ruto's main intention is when we are headed to the next elections, all powerful bodies will be on his side. For example, you are having the judiciary. Yeah, the judiciary is being said that Ruto has actually managed to have judiciary on his side, and now he's having LSK, and of course IBC. We know that iko kwa side yake. So tell me, my people, how do you expect us to deal with this issue? Because it's like the president ameamua kwamba lazima face the next election with all bodies on his side, you see, and that's what's happening in these stories. Because why LSK? Because there's so many people out there who can actually, do that job. And you see, the issue of compensating victims is actually questionable, because this issue was formed. The idea came up after America ordered sanction on Ruto. Okay, ordered investigation. Wanataka kujua Ruto kwa nini ameorder mapolisi wapige majenzi, wawe majenzi. So Ruto panicked to a point whereby he had to come up with this body. You see now. And that's what you see now. Peter Ogutu, if at all she believes that William Ruto orchestrated meted violence on Gen Zs, why is she now joining Ruto's panel? And you see, I agree with the people who want her to resign, because you're a body that has been actually fighting brutality, putting the government on check. But now their president LSK has been appointed, now making mbio mpaka State House. It shows that there's a problem somewhere. And this issue, kama Faith Odhiambo hata angalia history vizuri, should be compelled to resign, because Kenyans will lose faith hiyo ni kweli. Hata wanaongea no one will be taking her seriously, because initially whenever she could speak, kila mtu alikuwa namsikiza. In fact, people saw her as a hero. But after this case, she'll be talking, no one will be paying attention to her. And you see, this is how Ruto anamaliza watu. He comes to you as a friend, he gives you job, kumbe his main intention is to have you irrelevant in Kenya. For example, she said this, Faith Odhiambo, I am committed to justice and the rule of law, and will resign should my efforts be frustrated. She's actually, anatishia kwamba za resign. What ajui ni kwamba the people up LSK wants her to resign. So despite her, issuing threats, the real issue is that people want her to resign. And you see, after this story ya compensation na kila kitu, of course, I can tell you for free, kuna blunders, kuna ma-issue, utasikia pesa ilikuliwa, and Faith Odhiambo will be part of the conversation. And atajitoa, and Kenyans will see her as corrupt also. So you see, this acceptance, when you alikubali to appointment, I think it was the beginning of a downfall. And of course, you will see, after wanaongea, no one actually, people will see her as a sellout. That's how it is. Remember the story of Kasamuel. What happened with him? People believed in that guy. In fact, wherever angeongea, people were attentive, and people saw him as a very intelligent young man. Yeah. Even myself, I used to see him that way. But what happened? The moment he was pushed by Ruto and Raila, that was the downfall. Nowadays, no one talks about Kasmuel. Okay. In fact, he went, of course, he met the president, and the photos circulate. He went, and of course, he joined ODM, and people saw him as, he was just trying to use the Gen Zs to propel himself to politics. And of course, that's what happened. That's what happened. And now all this made Samuel irrelevant. Same to Morara. Morara was very powerful, I tell you. Not even long ago, like 3-4 months ago. The boy was very powerful. And when it was like he was next to the president. But what happened? Rumors began circulating, oh, it's being used by the Ruto. And of course, there was this blunder. He was seen actually greeting the president. And the people saw him, okay, you are a sellout. You're a sellout. In fact, even saw Kopshakur said that Morara is working for Ruto. So this is how the government finishes, promising people. When you're promising, they come to you as if they are your friends. They want to give you work. They want to give you a powerful position. Kumbe, they just want to finish you. After kazi nini, what happens again? You're being told to wanakuvuta kazi. Then unafutwa kazi kama you have lost relevance to me. No one wants to listen to you. It does the same thing that's happening with Faith Odhiambo. All of a sudden, amekuwa irrelevant. People are now bashing her. People calling her, telling her to resign. In fact, she's forgetting that the position she's having in LSK as the president, or doing on Itaka. The enemies who want that position now are actually, calling her to resign or wachie. So that's a systematic way of William Ruto finishing promising people. Anyway, tell me what to think. Do you really believe that Faith should resign? Thank you. If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dr. Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.